All right, Super Bowl. Let's do it. I watched the game live on Twitch, YouTube. Been a good season. I'm gonna give you all my thoughts as we go. We're gonna try to keep pausing to a minimum.
It begins from the 35. And Walker, as he loves to do, bounces it outside.
K9 doing work. K9 being K9.
At the 45-yard line, it is a pickup of 10.
You're not taking Sam Darnold over Hurts and the guy to win a game.
On 2nd and 10.
That's not the point that I'm making, though. That was a good completion.
Just got that past Jones.
No, I didn't see the first 7 minutes of this game, so that's interesting. Did not see that.
The tight end, A.J. Barner. Seattle gets him to tempo.
I didn't know Marcus Jones was a captain. Good time in the pocket. Oh, good completion.
Is he inbounds? They say yes. The Super Bowl 56 MVP.
All right, Cup.
Takes Seattle into the red zone.
Will Campbell allowed 14 pressures tonight. Wow. One player. That's crazy. That is a great catch. Oh, my gosh.
Smith and Jigba, top of the screen in the slot. 37, Pat screens some pressure. Darnold throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Rashid Shaheed. Good season. Kicking from 33 yards. And the Seahawks get the first points of the game. 8 plays.
Got on the board early.
Yards down the field.
Always have to keep your
I'm saying that because Hurts had Patullo. Hurts didn't have Patullo last year. Again, going off these last 2 years, there's not a big gap between Jalen Hurts and Sam Darnold.
Fake to Douglas, who was the motion man. May's going to come right back to him.
That was a good move. Oh, my gosh.
By Demario Pop Douglas takes it into Seahawks territory at the 49.
Best completion in a Super Bowl game.
Ravion Henderson checks in as the back.
Do you think they would have won a Super Bowl last year with Sam Darnold? The Eagles, they would have, because that team was just that nice. Respectfully, it's not a huge gap between them two.
Seahawks bringing heat. 3 rushers, Witherspoon.
Mike McDonald, man.
Out of the tackle box.
He might be the best defensive play caller in the NFL right now. He might be.
Smith and Jigba, offensive player of the year in the league. Only 4 on that one before Carlton Davis brings him down.
Pressure look.
They need 6. Patriots back out of it. Got away from the tackle for the moment. Now Darnold has to put it up. Smith
overthrown.
And Jigba broke free.
That would have been tough if that was 6.
To get it on his hands.
Both of them definitely missed a lot of throws today. Sam and sheesh, he got a speed set. Ooh, put a little too much on it.
In the lineup.
Let's leave it for him.
And they'll protect this time as May climbs the pocket and fires complete downfield.
Good completion.
To the 43-yard line, Kayshon Boutte with the reception. Nice gain for New England.
Could the Pats have beat the Rams? They would have had a shot. They definitely would have had a shot. That would have been a better matchup for them than the Seahawks.
Great penetration. 3rd and 15. Pressure comes from deep that time. And it gets
It's a good sack.
So the secondary's been in the backfield multiple times. That's Witherspoon again. This time he got his man. Jelani Tavai was the player who's shaken up. He ran off.
That was a good rush by Chason. I like that. That was a nice dip.
Off the tackle of Spillane.
Javonte Barner.
New England drops 8 in coverage. 3rd and long. Darnold.
Defense carried the Seahawks.
Something simple for me here.
For sure. I mean, oh my gosh. That was a good hit.
And nearly turned into a Kobe Bryant interception. Incomplete.
Well, Kobe had 2 hard collisions in that game.
But a little too far behind him. And
if he would have played the ball right there, oh my gosh. But if he would have caught that, he probably would have knocked it out. So that throw, kind of an underthrow. Great play by Gonzo. Because Shaheed beat him.
Walker to bounce to the outside. There he goes. Walker down the sideline.
K9 working.
Into Patriots territory. Might be out of bounds farther back around the 46-yard line.
Hurts makes those throws. Shout out to Hurts, but he's not perfect. Shout out to bro. I'm not going to disagree and say he's not better than Sam Darnold, but there's not a huge gap between them two.
3rd and a dozen. Darnold just going to pitch it. A lot of
and again, like we can look at what they've done over the last 2 years, and that shows.
Second time in this first half. Stiffens in the red zone.
Hurts is not miles and light years ahead of Sam Darnold. Hurts is not an elite quarterback. You know what I mean?
39.
And neither is Sam Darnold. So
very familiar with this stadium. Kicks in here once a year in the division game.
They were talking about respect inside this building, and you could feel it.
Here is May again, pressure back to him, and he's brought down. Riley Mills fought through the.
That was a good sack by Riley.
And the rookie out of Notre
I thought we would see more of that. More of him getting some one-on-one matchups with Wilson.
Going to get it in on the act, and another rookie he's attacking, Jared Wilson. So it has been.
He got so much potential, bro. I don't know.
Having problems.
Well, I mean, they got good DTs. That's why he didn't play that much this year.
Continue to try to run.
He got a lot of potential though.
Action, maybe bootleg. Drake May running is a good idea too.
Going to get in the hands of Stephon Diggs. See if the veteran can do something. Not much to the sideline for only about 5 yards. It'll bring up fourth down.
Nobody perfect.
Both getting the Patriots offense to stay calm. 4 drives.
Like I don't think that's a guarantee that Jalen Hurts would have made that throw. Like we've seen Jalen Hurts miss throws this year. We've seen him make throws. We've seen him miss throws. Like there's no guarantee 100% he would have made that throw.
Third and a couple. Darnold pressured by Williams, got away, and the first down for Walker.
It's fair to say, he possibly would have.
To stay on his feet.
But it's also fair to say Sam Darnold would have in a hypothetical situation. You know what I mean? It would have or could have, but he didn't. You know, it's just hypotheticals.
He was backpedaling.
Jalen Hurts was not perfect on every deep throw this year. Like we can probably create a compilation of overthrows by Jalen Hurts. We can probably find at least 50 overthrows.
In key moments, he's going to have to make those plays.
Dixon hangs it, trying to pin it. Right by the 1 yard line.
Special teams was a big part in this game. And that's what they were better at all 3 phases: offense, defense, and special teams. Special teams played a huge part in this game. Giants gonna be scary this season. I don't know about that.
And it is brought in by Douglas for a very big first down.
Giants might be competitive. All right, Kaden, take it easy.
He's taking a shot downfield toward Matt Collins. Incomplete. Fake to him. Darnold pressured. Throws back to the middle. Complete to Cooper Kupp. At midfield. A chance for Coop.
Mills was hurt half the season. What a Cowboy fan.
Darnold scans. Comes back to Halani.
Boy, that was good work right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Smith and Jigba. He's down here at the bottom of the screen. It's 3rd and 3. Darnold looking right, coming back left in the end zone.
Great play.
Gonzalez. They tried to get it to Smith.
It is a last second.
I think there's a timing. That was like timing and power issue right there because
it is.
JSN won the route. Boom, he got in front of him. This ball should have been in front of him.
Diving play.
JSN had to stop and play into the ball. So this is timing. It may be accuracy too. JSN had to stop and play into the ball instead of the ball being like, hitting him in stride or in motion.
To knock that away and almost intercept it. When you try to push that thing down into the end zone, you put it in harm's way, and I think they are lucky.
Field goal attempt.
If you say Giants aren't going to be good, you tweaking. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how you can crown a team after having a bad season. Like that's just like it's to be determined. Like they have potential to be good, but to say they're 100% going to be good, that's just not realistic.
For 41. And Myers didn't worry about any of that wind stuff we showed. He would have been good from 60. Jason Myers to kick off for the Seahawks. Quarter 3 begins. Short kick. Ernest Johnson return opportunity for the Patriots across the 30 and slung down right around the 31-yard line by their great special teamer, Brady Russell.
Giants are playoff teams.
Rookie of the year voting this year.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's impossible. Anybody could turn it around, but again, I wouldn't bet on that.
Get something for the Patriots.
I wouldn't bet on that. That's like saying the Patriots was going to beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. It was possible, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Incomplete, blanketed by Josh Jones.
Like it's more unlikely.
No sacks.
Them missing the playoffs is more likely than making the playoffs. That was tough. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that got completed.
6-yard line, brought down to a knee is Shaheed, who came over via the trade from New Orleans. Darnold, first down throw here on the swag Jackson, Smith and Jigba. First time in space. That's his 8th target, but only 2nd catch of the game.
You can't continue to get your quarterback hit the way both these teams have so far in that first half.
Again, Seattle doesn't huddle on the ball.
It's a good rush.
Darnold keeping this play alive.
He did a good job getting him out of there right there. Good pickup. Very good pickup.
Patriots 46-yard line.
JSN in the backfield now. He's been dangerous there.
From the other way to Walker. Past a lot of folks. There he goes. Walker to the
Getting busy.
23-yard line.
MVP.
7 Patriots at the line. They're all coming. Darnold out quick, incomplete. Couldn't get it to Cup. Super Bowl record for field goals made. 4
Bro, I hate how underutilized Shaheed is. If I'm Shaheed, I'm not going to lie, bro.
And Myers adds his name.
No offense to the Seahawks. It's dope to be on a Super Bowl team. It's dope to be on a Super Bowl team. But he can get paid from somebody else. No, it doesn't go in there. He can get paid from somebody else more money and have a bigger role as a starting receiver. Because he was starting with the Saints as a receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves.
Toss. Henderson left, got a good block out to the edge. They put the fullback.
Kicker had 80% of the points.
Over in to create some space and get out to the 40-yard line.
New OC is going to use him right. We don't know that for sure though.
Looking downfield, the throw is short of Douglas.
But if I'm him, I'm leaving. You got a ring. That's awesome. Go get paid. Go get paid. Establish your legacy. He's not just a punt returner. You know what I mean? Who I got for next year's Super Bowl? Oh, I have no clue, bro. It's too wide open right now. Entirely too wide open.
20-yard line. About 2/3 of the way through what is one of the worst performances ever by
number 16 on the Hawks should have won the ring. The one who got traded. Who are you talking about? 16.
Not sacked back at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 4 comes the pressure again with Witherspoon. It's picked up.
Sheesh.
And incomplete.
He put a little too much on that.
Into the locker room, so he got checked out under the tent.
A little too much.
He's used his speed to duck back there.
Diggs came up missing. I don't think that was Diggs' fault.
The offensive player of the year, Kaylee Hartung.
I don't think that's more of a May and Josh McDaniel. Like I put more blame on them than I put on Diggs.
It was about a 2.5-minute long exam before.
We should look to see if Joe Burrow get traded. I'm not expecting that until his contract is up. Maybe like another 2 years or something like that. But for sure not this year. It's a good breakup, man.
Another pass, this one intended for Cooper Kupp. And where does Darnold go?
You know, teams really be trying him. Which I can respect, you know. But he do his thing. Yes, Seattle is going to let Shaheed leave. You're not put a franchise tag on Rashid Shaheed. That's not happening. That's reserved for like a star player. And Shaheed is not a star player for them. Oh my gosh, that was a great play.
Seattle has recovered. Byron Murphy falls on the football.
Touchdown, so nice.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Seattle. First down.
Seahawks can pay Shaheed lots of bread, but are you gonna? We'll see. If you're gonna pay him a bunch of money, you gotta implement him like he's worth that money. Because you can't just pay him and then. Unless they make his contract heavily incentive based, but I'm not taking that. You know what I mean? Like I want guarantees in my contract. I don't want it just being off incentives. That was a great play, man.
They can't block the guys in a 4-man rush, and if you can't do that, you got
to get your guaranteed money. Football don't last forever.
I know people are going to say not enough offense, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, Tyler Lockett. Oh man, yeah, that would have been dope if Tyler Lockett stayed.
Seen in the National Football League. This defensive performance is
competition may not have been as good as other teams, but they were getting points on the board.
That was a nice play.
Booting, A.J. Barner. First down.
He pushed him towards the first down.
That's a first.
Drake panicked in a lot of situations.
Darnold slings it out to the side. Caught for the first down by Cup.
It's all learning experience, you know.
George Holani's the running back. Fake to him. Darnold to the end zone. Barner's got a touchdown.
It's a good play call. The pass defense could have played that better. I noticed they were putting Holani in more on plays where they're going to pass it.
There's not much you can do about it, right? You got to play the run game here because
they bid on the run so hard. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They didn't even have to bite that hard because Holani wasn't even doing nothing in the run game versus them. Like, that's the crazy part.
Advantageous position. You see the heat coming on the play. But
Cup got 2 rings. Cowboys franchise tag Pickens. He won wide receiver 1 money. Pickens, he gonna get paid for sure. Whether they pay him or somebody else pay him, he's gonna get paid. He might have to go to a mid team or a trash team, but he gonna get paid.
After all that, it's 2nd and 4. 5 out in the pattern. May try in the middle. It's a tough throw.
That was a crazy completion. That was wild.
Wow, there were a lot of folks there.
One play downfield.
Gain of 24. Trying to find some tempo. Trying to take a shot play. Downfield for Hollins. He's got it. Touchdown.
Great catch by Matt Collins. Very, very underrated player.
Across the field,
but Tariq played this bad.
And try to make the play down the field, and you've got Matt Collins, who is
he was over topping him, and he got beat. Like, that's crazy.
Tremendous. So 2 completed passes, 2 plays we've seen from the Patriots time after
I'm gonna say this: the fact that he got his arm in there is commendable. That's good. That's good positioning. But he could have played that way better. That could have been a deflection or an INT. For sure, deflection could have been.
Second level
to heat.
Guys, Jackson Smith and Jigba is
headed to 11 DK2.
Helmet in hand. He came sprinting.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But it is what it is.
Him head back onto the field now.
Everything worked
after
out.
Clearing his concussion evaluation, Clint Kubiak went up to him and said, "You good?"
Joe punched Diggs and nothing happened.
Affirmative, and Kubiak said,
I didn't see the punch. I was looking at. I think I was looking at chat, or I was distracted with my baby. But I seen everybody was saying that he should have been ejected.
By that Patriots defense. Incomplete pass.
Deep touchdown was luck for Pats. I'm not gonna say it was luck, but I'm gonna say it's luck entirely.
You're gonna have an opportunity deep if you're willing to take it.
Their issue was that they weren't taking one-on-one shots.
Darnold setting it downfield, breaking free.
Like, they weren't trying to find one-on-one. I could be wrong, but it didn't feel like they were trying to find one-on-one opportunities. They were forcing the run when the run game wasn't there. And they were forcing inside runs. They weren't trying to bounce it outside or nothing. I think their play calling could have been way better. Way better.
Play by the Seahawks, and the ability of Dixon to kick a hard-to-catch ball there. Pressure on, Eamon Warren coming. Ramondre Stevenson's got a man out there. Hurtling into the first down.
He pushed Diggs when he's out of bounds, and then he punched Diggs in front of him.
And hurdled Josh
Dixon, best punter.
Right back to the line.
Dixon was doing his thing, bro.
Downfield, looking deep. There's nobody down there except Collins and 3 Seahawks. And
see, on this play right here, there was nothing. Like, the route concepts weren't great. Like, he just had he had to force the ball somewhere. I don't think that's where he should have forced it, but it wasn't really anything was open. Like, by the time he had to throw the ball because pressure got there, it wasn't much open. I think the concept definitely could have been better.
Love 50, Love 40, and out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
The game kind of dragged after this here. It kind of took a little bit longer than expected.
And they're going to have a crossing route in here eventually.
All right, boom. Everything is covered. Nothing is up. He's not coming out of break yet. This is covered. This is good defense, man. This is good defense. But at the end of the day, you need something short. You need a quick option because they have constantly got pressure all night. So it needs to be at least 1 or 2 quick options available, and there's nothing. Now he's on a move right here. Maybe he could force his ball in here, but again, this is forcing. Like, there's nothing drawn open. You know what I mean? Like, they're forcing. Now, again, good defensive play calling, but I think the offensive play calling could have been better. He could have put that ball in there right here. He didn't have to throw this deep.
But
He didn't have to throw this deep.
I've got nothing for you here. It's going to drop back, and they're going to have a crossing route in here eventually. But there's just no way that ball was going to be completed. I don't think it got hit.
No.
And it really wasn't that close to desperation time yet to where you just have to put it in harm's way.
And the pick for Julian Love's 7th year in the league out of Notre Dame. One of the leaders of this Seattle defense. And he comes up with a pick here in the Super Bowl. Walker to the right, got a couple edge butts, and Kenneth Walker to the 25-yard line. He has Seattle's 2 longest gains on the night.
W patience right there, man.
Almost had it ripped away from him, but he's right at the first down.
He was feeling like Le'Veon Bell today.
Darnold slings it left. It is
3rd and 7.
short of the first down for Smith and Jigba.
May not be them easy schedule allegations. No, for sure. But I mean, we kind of anticipated this, you know. Like breaking down all of their playoff wins, like everything was contextualized to where it's like it made sense why they were going to lose this game.
In the stands. It has not been the game
They had a shot, but you know, it made sense as to why they would have.
The Seattle defense continues to have a night. Their 6th sack. Byron Murphy. Take what you can.
But they definitely would have had a better shot if they played the Rams.
And May throws. It's complete.
I probably would have picked the
4-yard lines against New England.
I probably would have picked the Rams, but they would have had a much easier opportunity if they played the Rams.
And they bring a pressure as well. And
that was a great play, bro. Good defensive play calling, bro. It was immaculate. What up, Heck? Good money, good money.
Same blitz, right? They're going to come here. They're going to go there.
Bro, this was so nice.
Here's the side, because as a quarterback, you have vision.
Bro, and he got over there quick, too. This would have had to been May's first read. And typically, I ain't going to say typically, but trending-wise, like the inside guys were not their first read. You know what I mean? Slot guys, so.
To that.
And he got over there quick, too, man.
That side, but he has not seen that blitz, and he hasn't had an answer for it. He did show a few answers.
But this was a Josh McDaniels. Like he was, the play calling was a problem too, offensively. That was nice.
Physically tougher and stronger.
Like we could for sure put blame on Drake, but the OC got to take some blame too.
And it comes out, and Nwosu comes up and gets it right out of the air. Well, Sam Darnold's the first USC quarterback to start a Super Bowl, and Nwosu, another Trojan, fights on to the end zone. It's been an uphill fight all night for the Patriots. K9, as he's known. Kenneth Walker welcomes the defense back.
Bull Campbell got a hit up Jordan Mailata in the offseason.
To these receivers from New England.
I don't know where I seen that at, but Jordan Mailata wasn't great this season. I don't know where I seen that at. Crying tears of joy.
Seattle defense is what convinced him to take the offer from Seattle.
3rd and 2. He almost got a strip right there. Sheesh.
Diggs, who hangs on inside the 10. Diggs has it right around the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
That almost was another rip.
Takes this Raiders job as his recruit. May stepping up, throwing it out, takes it off his shoe tops.
I don't know if I want to blame it on Mike or I want to blame it on the players.
He caught it before it hit the ground.
And I think May thought.
I think I'm gonna lean on the players on that one.
Wow, yeah, he got it.
I think May thought that he had made a mistake. He grabbed his helmet as soon as he threw it.
If he threw it too low. That was a great catch by Mondre. Great catch.
Watch May. He's like, oh, I can't believe I did that.
And he slings it to the back.
Tough collision.
Hard as he went up for that ball. and both players involved in the collision. Youngest head coach to win a Super Bowl. In the hands, Trevion Henderson trying to get to the sideline. Keeps going to the 29, and that will do it. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. The Seahawks.
Good win. Shout out to K9 for getting the MVP. It's gonna be tough next season. In general, you know, so much competition coming back. You know, it is obviously it's gonna depend on everybody being healthy too. But they Seattle got a pretty decently aged squad, so you know they could definitely run the table again next year. But man, it's gonna be some, like, next year. We'll see, but next year's gonna be very competitive. NFL should be very competitive because it's so many teams that's like on a cusp. Video kind of lagging. It's all good. It's over with. There's so many teams that's on a cusp of like being really, really good, and we gonna see. We gonna see. But the funny part about this is the Seahawks could have did way better. Like their play calling wasn't great. Defensively, I'll say it was great, but they really could have shut them out. And then offensively, it could have been better. But you know, it is what it is. I still think they got room to improve. So you know, we'll see. Clint probably getting up out of there, so we're gonna see how they look next year without Clint. But yeah, shout out to them, man. It was a good season.